She was standing near the broken fence of an old human outpost, where vines and cracked metal had taken over. Her skin shimmered like silver dust in the evening light, and her eyes, too large for her small face, were fixed on me without blinking. I had come to this abandoned station for parts, alone, thinking there was nothing here but debris and ghosts. But I was wrong. As I stepped forward, gun still lowered but ready, she didn't flinch. She just stared. Then, in a soft, high voice, she called out behind her, "Mom, finally, my father has come." Her voice froze me in place. The words were perfect Earth standard, spoken like she'd been practicing them all her life. But it was the word father that echoed inside my head like a forgotten memory. I looked around, expecting to see someone else, maybe another human, some cruel trick or trap, but there was no one else. The alien girl walked closer. Her hair was dark and tied with a frayed string, and she wore a rough cloak that looked too big for her. She was maybe 7, maybe older. It was hard to tell. She stopped a few steps from me, tilted her head, and smiled like she'd seen me before. "You don't remember," she said quietly. I didn't know her. I didn't know any alien children. I didn't even know how she survived here, where the war had wiped out everything. Then a voice came from the shadows. Soft, calm, and older. "He wouldn't," the woman said. He was barely conscious. From behind a rusted door, she stepped into the light. Her skin was the same shimmering tone as the girl's, but her expression was wary, not scared, just tired. "You were hurt," she said, coming closer. "You crashed near the river canyon months ago. We found you. I kept you alive. You never woke." I stared at her. I remembered pain, fire, cold, a crash. Yes, I'd been shot down, a recon flight gone wrong. But I had been told I was recovered by my own forces. I had woken in a field unit with no memory of what had happened between the crash and the rescue. I never questioned it. Until now. "I don't understand," I said. "You saved me?" She nodded. "We stayed hidden. If they found us, they would have killed us. But she nodded at the little girl, "wanted to help you. She sat with you every day." The girl smiled again. "I talked to you. You were dreaming. You said my name." I looked at her. "What's your name?" She smiled wider. "Leary." The woman stepped forward now, her eyes darker, more cautious. She was born during the war. Her father was human, a prisoner. He died before she was born. He had no choice in what happened to him. And I hated everything about that time. But she didn't ask for that. She just wanted to know where she came from. I felt a sudden sharpness in my chest. "I'm not him," I said slowly. "I know," the woman said. "But she believes in something that keeps her warm at night. That one day someone kind would come and not look at her like a mistake." The girl took my hand suddenly. Her fingers were cold and small. "You're not like the others," she whispered. "You looked at me." I didn't know what I felt. Guilt? Confusion? Or something heavier? "I can't stay," I said. "If the outpost sends a signal, they'll come looking." The woman nodded. "We'll hide again. We've always hidden." I should have walked away. I should have turned and reported this. But I didn't. That night, I stayed. I shared food from my pack. I helped start a better fire. I showed Leary how to sharpen one of the old tools for protection. She followed every word like I was teaching her magic. When she slept, curled in the corner of the room wrapped in a faded blanket, the woman sat beside me. "She has dreams," she said. "She dreams of stars and cities and flying, and a father who tells her she's good. Just good, not cursed." I didn't know what to say. "She doesn't know what really happened to her father," she said. I told her he was a good man. because she needed to believe that she came from something good. I looked at her. Why tell me all this? Because you didn't walk away when she called you father. That stayed with me. I didn't sleep much that night. I kept waking up and seeing her small figure huddled on the floor, her soft breathing, the way she had reached out to me without fear. By morning, something had changed. I couldn't explain it, but it was there. I didn't leave. I helped them move deeper into the woods, far from the outpost. I made shelter from scrap. I found food and taught Leary how to set traps that didn't hurt animals but warned us of danger. She began drawing the dirt, stars, ships, planets, always with 3 figures, one tall, one medium, and one small. The woman. Her name was Rena, watched me with a quiet understanding. You don't have to stay, she said once. I know, I replied, but you keep choosing to. One night, Leary sat beside me and showed me a flat piece of metal she had carved with a rock. It had a symbol on it, 2 circles touching. It's us, she said. You and Mom and me. That's how it should be. And I didn't argue. The peace didn't last. One day, a scout drone passed overhead. Silent, fast, but Rena saw it. They're looking again, she said. We moved that night. I carried Leary across the broken terrain. She didn't complain. She whispered songs in a language I didn't know. Rena never looked back. Days turned to weeks. And the 3 of us kept moving, surviving, hiding. But something new lived inside me now. A strange sense of purpose. A strange bond with someone I had never expected. When Leary called me father, something inside me woke up. Something that had been asleep for a long time. Not memory, not guilt, just a question. What if she was right? Not by blood, but by choice. And I made mine.